This is a trend I have seen going on a lot lately, on YouTube and on stan Twitter. The same people that advocate for mental health on the internet for a couple of likes, seem to be tired by Mina and her issues now. What you see Mina share on the internet are actually the ugly sides of mental health issues that you don't see being romanticized in movies, TV shows or on social media. Mina suffers from multiple mental illnesses, that she has also shared on her Instagram. She will act a way that may seem shocking or unusual for a neurotypical person, and if that bothers you so much or you get irritated by it, just simply use the block button instead of sending hate towards her. The first thing I see people criticize is that she doesn't use trigger warnings when she posts her gore pics. Are you even hearing yourself? Someone is at the state of wanting to end their life, probably thinking about so many dangerous things. You cannot expect them to act like they are in the right state of mind or to think about some trigger warnings. In those moments she most likely acts impulsive. The second thing people want her to do is to deactivate her social media. And yes, I actually agree with that. However, social media has most likely become her coping mechanism. And yes, it is unhealthy because she is constantly confronted with hate and some people like you. But as she has stated multiple times, she is hesitant to go to the psychiatrist because her previous ones have broken her trust by spreading her secrets. She is having hard times finding that trust again. Have some empathy. And the last group of people that accuse her of wanting attention are also a very weird group of people. She has said multiple times that she has been bullied and emotionally abused for over 10 years. 10 years isn't a short period of time. She has bottled up and suppressed her emotions for such a long time. Not to forget, Jimin didn't want her to meet her dying father. She couldn't spend the last moments of her life with her father because Jimin caused troubles. Can you not imagine the amount of guilt she feels for leaving her father alone during that time? All of the things right now are known and valid symptoms of the issues she is dealing with. But you guys do not seem to care about that. And all she really wants is an honest apology from Jimin, which she couldn't give her. You guys didn't even have the energy to hold Jimin accountable for not even apologizing once, but are quick to jump on Mina's hate train. I feel like there isn't much to explain here since it's basically a fact, but to make it short, white privilege exists in every aspect of the world basically. Western colonialism and imperialism are the reason that the whole world tries to look European or fit Western beauty standards, such as light skin, thin nose, double eyelids, being skinny, etc. If you actually look at the history of the popular double eyelid surgery in South Korea, it was created by a white surgeon that convinced Korean and other East Asian people that they would be accepted more by the West if they had similar features to them. And to this day some companies tell their trainees to get this surgery done. The more Eurocentric features you have, the easier you will have it in life all around the globe. You are subjected to less hate and discrimination. People in the global south use fairness creams to be accepted more by society or to feel pretty. You might want to read into colorism and understand why your faves use the Snow app. Film directors will cast mixed people of color in their movies instead of people of color with strong ethnic features, for example Aladdin and many more. I could go on with the list, but in conclusion, the more white you look the easier you have it. Nevi's hate train incoming, but it must be said. Soojin was at first accused of that one anonymous person on the internet. She quickly put out her letter in which she defended herself. Even back then Korean netizens and Korean Nevis found the letter to be very suspicious, as it looked like she was gaslighting the victim and being very self-righteous. Now I don't speak Korean, so I cannot confirm if it's true or not. Next up we have the actress who spoke up about the issue too. There was a little bit of back and forth, but eventually Soojin stayed silenced and Tube announced a legal investigation of which the results are still unknown, by the way. There might be an obvious reason to it, but I don't want to assume anything. Also, I don't believe the actress is lying, as she could ruin her career if she turned out to be lying. Why would she put herself in such a risky position for the alleged attention you guys keep talking about? Now that is not the end. Starting from February to know multiple classmates and schoolmates of Soojin have confirmed that Soojin was in fact a bully in school. I'm not saying people can't change, but after all of this she was most likely a bully. Many Korean netizens agree that if she had apologized from the beginning, she could have went on a hiatus and come back almost unaffected from the whole situation, as people tend to forget. But she chose to play the victim and not acknowledge her mistakes, which ultimately cost her career to end. We have been fed a lot of xenophobic imperialist propaganda in our life that sometimes it is hard to differentiate between lies and truth. We have been taught that China is this huge prison-like country that controls every citizen. It is trying to take over the world and eliminating everyone that stands in its way. Unfortunately, I only recently found out that all of this is just Western propaganda. Suddenly it's the West that cares about the lives of Muslims, as if they aren't the root of all Middle Eastern crisis and wars, as if they aren't the ones to cage immigrant children at their borders and separate them from their parents, as if they aren't the ones to let refugees drown in the ocean when they have the capability to save them, as if they aren't the ones banning hijabs in public. While Muslim countries like Pakistan and others have actually stated that the situation in China isn't like what's being reported in Western media. So before you cancel a Chinese idol for supporting the CCP or anything like that, remember that the main organization that is spreading information about IRs is the same that lied about Iraq having nuclear weapons just to invade and destroy them. I'm actually not allowed to share more information for reasons I can't name, but I will link resources in the description below. Educate yourself outside of BBC, CNN or Fox News.